everyone, welcome back to my channel, and in this video I'm going to show you how can you create your very first connected AI agent using Azure AI Foundry. So this entire thing we will be doing using the UI which is in Azure AI Foundry, and then we will see how we can do the same thing or we can extend the same thing inside our VS Code. So let me quickly show you how we can get started. The very first thing is you need to have an Azure subscription, and once you are logged in, you can go to Azure AI Foundry, and here you can create a new instance. So create your resource group, furnish the names and all these details, and click on next. So it will, if everything went well, then you will see that your Azure Foundry resource got created. So I'm not going to repeat that action because it is very time consuming. It's going to take close to 2 minutes to perform this entire flow. Rather, I have already created few instances. So I'm going to select the one which I created, and once it is open, you can see that on the top there is a link, go to Azure AI Foundry portal. So click on this one and it will redirect you to the Foundry, which will look something like this. So on this Foundry page, you can see the first thing is my project name. Here you can see the connection string or the endpoint. And on the left hand side, we have many options. So what we are going to do, the very first thing is we need to go to models and endpoints, and here we need to deploy some models. So you can click on deploy base model, and here is the list from which you can select the required model. So you can deploy this model, and once it is done, you are good to go and create your agent. But let's say this is your fresh instance and you have not created any model. In that case also, you can go to agents and click on new agent. So as soon as you will click on new agent, it will pop up another window which will ask you to deploy the model first. So you can take any of these approach, both will work seamlessly. So click on new agent, and it will let you create the new agent. So 727 is the one which just got created. Here is the unique agent ID, and this drop down will tell you which model to select. So in my case, there is only one model which I have deployed, so it is just selecting that one. But if you have multiple, you can select the one based on your requirement. And here you need to provide the instruction about what your agent is going to do. So these are the important things which you need to do. So let me remove this one. So as a scenario, what we are going to do today is we are going to create one agent which is going to summarize the text for us. Then we will have another agent which is going to figure it out whether we have any grammatical mistakes in our given text or not. And if it's there, it will go ahead and rectify that as well. So these are the two child agents, I would say. Then we have one main agent. So the purpose of the main agent is to decide which agent to invoke. So rather than you are invoking these agents manually, we will let this main agent decide which agent to invoke based on the user's query or the payload which we are getting. So let me quickly show you what I have done in these three agents. So the very first one is the grammar check agent. So I have provided this name here, I have selected my model, and this is the very simple instruction I have given here. I'm saying you are an agent which can check for grammatical errors and correct this grammatical mistakes and correct the sentence. That's all I have done here. If you want, you can tweak these parameters and perform whatever you want. Then I have another agent which is like summarizer agent. Here I have provided his name, selected the model, and just given the brief instruction like what this agent is all about. So these are the individual agents, and every agent is going to do just one task. Going on to this main agent. So like I said, main agent is the one who is going to perform the scheduling. So that's why my instruction here is you are a task assigner agent. Depending on the user query, determine if the task involves summarization or grammar check and route accordingly. So this signifies that our user request is going to hit main agent, and then main agent is going to route the request to whatever the suitable agent is. So this is one thing. Until here, everything is same. But the most important thing, which is like how you are connecting these agents to the main agent. So that you can do it using this connected agents part here. So when you will click on this add button here, you will see that your agents got listed. So in my case, I have already added both the agents, so it is not coming. But if you are doing it for the very first time, you will see that all these agents are appearing over here. You can select one and click on add. So as soon as you are done with this addition part, you will see that your agent got listed over here. So you can click on these three dots, edit, remove, you can do whatever you want. But the idea here is this is the portion, connected agents part, where you can connect any number of agents which you want your main agents to take care of. So let me refresh it once. And I'm going to my main agent and click on try in playground. So this UI is pretty much we have discussed lot many times in earlier videos. So I'm not going to discuss this again, but rather let me go ahead and type in some queries. So keep in mind that right now I'm playing with my main agent. I'm not shooting any of my queries to those individual agents. So let me try one thing. Let's say, is this statement correct? And then I'm saying, George don't like mangoes. So we know that this is a bad grammar. This is a bad grammar because George is singular here. So definitely we can't go ahead and say don't. Now let's see what it has to say. So it is saying the correct statement is George doesn't like mangoes, which is perfectly all right. And here you can see we have not provided any special instructions that go ahead and invoke my grammar check agent. So this is one thing, and let me provide some more queries here. So I'm going to just paste this text here. What I'm saying here is shorten this text, and this text is about poverty. So if I hit enter, it should go ahead and invoke our summarizer agent. Let's give it a few seconds and we should have our results ready. So you can see that it has reduced the length of our text and also summarized in much better way. So this is how it is dynamically picking, or at runtime it is deciding which agent to invoke. Another important thing is here you can see it is saying tools 1. It means while performing this request, it utilizes one of the tools which is under connected agents. Now, if you will hover over it, it will show you, but it will not let you click on this connected agent. So what you can do, you can just go ahead and click on this view run info, and here you will get the detailed explanation of what user said and what is the response. And if you want to further check it out, like which agent was invoked, so you can click on this connected agent on the left hand side, and here you can see that it was summarizer agent. Similarly, if I'm clicking on the first question or the first query, then you can see that it was routed to grammar check agent. So this is the way to verify whether it is invoking the correct agent or not. So whatever we are doing here is completely in the UI. Till now I have not written even a single line of code. And if you want to know how to write code or how to get started, you can just click on this view code here on the top, and this is the sample code. But the one thing to remember here is whatever the code they're providing here is going to work for just one agent. It is not going to work in a connected scenario. So you have to go ahead and tweak it. But meanwhile, I will quickly close it and show you how you can utilize these agents inside VS Code. So this is the code or the few lines which I have already written. So the very first thing which I'm going to do is I need to pull in some packages. So the very first one is for agents client. So go ahead and install these two dependencies. So Azure AI agents and Azure identity. So these are the two dependencies I have installed, and once these are in place, we can go ahead and import these packages over here. Next thing is we need to instantiate the client, so we can make a call to our agents using Azure AI Foundry. So this endpoint is the same which you have seen over here. So this is the endpoint which I have grabbed it and just placed it inside my code. So once this client object is instantiated, next thing is you need to define the list of agents. So what all agents do you have? So we have two agents specifically. So one is for text, then we have one for grammar. So these are the two agents, and these unique IDs you can again grab it from the portal. Then we need to associate or define these as a connected agent. So for that, what you can do is you can go ahead and utilize this connected agent tool class, and then supply your agent ID, summary, and this description, which is completely optional. So make sure that you are associating both these agents with the using the connected agent tool. So these are the two associations which I have done. Next thing is I'm just collapsing it so that you don't get confused. Next thing is we need to set up our main agent. So for setting up the main agent, what we are doing is this is the agent ID for my main agent. And here I'm saying that take the request from the user, and this is the content, or you can see the prompt provided by the user. So I will show you in a while, but let's consider these are the input strings from the user which agent is going to handle. And then I'm displaying the message ID. So message, if you don't know, message is how we are communicating between the user and the assistant. So this is how the message is, and all these are handled using a thread. So one thread will be created and all the messages will be handled with that. Then next thing is we need to invoke our assistant. So for that you need to pass in the agent ID and the thread ID, and it will go ahead and invoke it using the create and the process function. Then here we are simply displaying the text, nothing fancy here. So these are the only few lines of code which you need to invoke. Now this flow we have done from UI to VS Code, right? But you can perform the entire thing purely in VS Code. You need not to go to Azure AI Foundry for creating your agents. So you can just create a Foundry resource, get your project ID, but the agents creation part and generating these agent IDs and all, you can do it using Python in this VS Code itself. So let me quickly execute this and show you how it works. So the very first thing I'm trying out is shortening the text. So let's say I will pull it a bit. And here you can see the agent got created, thread ID is generated, as well as the message ID. So it means we are good with our initial setup process. Next it is going to go ahead and start the conversation. So what it is saying is, so this is the user text or the string provided by the user, and this is the shortened one. It means that utilize the text summarizer agent and provided as the response. And if you want to try out this another thing, which is for the grammar thing, so these are the same examples or the similar examples which we have already tried in our Foundry, but I just want to show you that there is no difference whether you are doing it from here or doing it from the Foundry. And another thing is, whenever you are doing this activity using code, then make sure that you are deleting your agents. Okay, so it is saying the correct version of the statement is she doesn't like mangoes, which is of course its correct one. Next thing is I'm going to take the same statement or the long sentence which I have taken above for the poverty, and I have just added some mistakes here. So, and I'm saying review this text and make it concise. I will say poverty is an condition. So I'm expecting that it should give me the correct grammar, as well as it should shorten this sentence for me. So let's uncomment this part and execute this last one. Just wait for a few seconds, and here you go. So this is what we are asking our assistant to do, and this is what assistant is doing. So you can see that it has reduced the length of our statement, input statement, as well as it has also improved the grammar or corrected the grammatical mistakes. So we provided poverty is an condition, but you can see here it has rectified it and it is saying poverty is a condition. So this is how your connected agents work. So this was just a very basic flow. In my near future videos, I will try to pull in some data sources or pull in some Azure AI search or my local files to enhance these agents, and we'll see how we can make a full-fledged application. So that's all I have for today, and do let me know in comments if you are facing any kind of issues with this flow. Thanks for watching.